This lesson involves identifying the intercepts. And you notice that we have a graph. This is y equals 4x minus 8. It intercepts the y-axis and intercepts it at this point. And it intercepts the x-axis at this point. You notice for the y-intercept, it crosses the y-axis. So the intercept here is 0, -8, and you notice that the x value is 0. The x-intercept it crosses the x-axis. And for this function, or this equation, it intersects the x-axis at 2, 0. And you notice the y value is equal to 0. So our intercepts are 2, 0, 0, -8. We have two examples here. We have two examples, and we're going to go ahead and identify the x and the y-intercept. So for the first function, we have, this is a linear function. It's linear because it's a line, and it has two intercepts. It intercepts at 0, 2, and it intercepts at -3, 0. This is the y-intercept, and this is the x-intercept. Example 2, we have a parabola, or what we say a quadratic function. And we have 1, 2, 3. We have 3 intercepts. This right here is the y-intercept, and this here is the x-intercept. And this here is also the x-intercept. So we notice that the first x-intercept is -4, 0. That's one intercept, x-intercept. The next intercept is -1, 0. So these two are the x-intercept. The y-intercept is going to be 0, 1. So for example 3, we have another function. This is a quadratic. And we have 1, 2, 3 intercepts. The x-intercepts will be -1, 0, and -5, 0. And you notice that the y value is equal to 0. The y-intercept is going to be 0, 5. And you notice for the y-intercept, the x value is 0. The next example is also a quadratic again. In this case, you notice that the x-intercept is going to be 0, 0, which is the origin. And the y-intercept is also going to be 0, 0, which is also the origin. They both share the same x and y-intercept. For this part of the lesson, we're going to go ahead and graph this using the x and the y-intercept. And just like we said, it said up there, it says in the notes here, it says to find the x-intercept, let y equal 0. So I'm going to make a table. we have x and we have y, and we're going to use the intercept. In this case, we're going to use the x-intercept, and it says to let y equal 0. And for the y-intercept, mind you, that was the x-intercept, there's a y-intercept. The y-intercept, we're going to go ahead and let x equal 0. So these two are unknown. So what we're going to do is we're going to use our equation. In this case, it's x minus 3y equals 6. And we're going to go ahead and come up or generate these points. So we have x minus 3y equals 6. So for the x-intercept, we have this here as an unknown. So we have x minus 3 times 0 is equal to 6. So 3 times 0 is 0 plus x equals 6. So x will be equal to 6. So this will be 6. This will be 6, 0. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the coordinate plane, start at the origin, go 6 spaces to the right, and place my point there. Now the other equation, we have x equals 0. So we have 0 minus 3y equals 6. Well, 0 minus 3y gives you negative 3y equals 6. We divide by negative 3, so y is equal to negative 2. So we have 0, 0, negative 2. So we have 0, negative 2. And you notice this indeed is the x-intercept, and this indeed is the y-intercept. And the slope, you go ahead and go up 1, 2, and go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or go down 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So go ahead and connect the points. And that is our equation. For example 7, we're going to go ahead and graph this, and it's saying x equals 2. So I'm going to go ahead and make a table. Now it doesn't mention anything about y, so we're just going to let x equal 2, and we can place any number for y. So I'm going to go ahead and do 0. I'm going to place intercept. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use 0 and 1. So our points are, you start at the origin, go over 2, that's 2, 0, and then 2, 1. And you notice that this will be a vertical line. This is a vertical line. In contrast, example 9, it states y equals 3. So I'm going to go ahead and make a table. And it says y equals 3, so I'm going to go ahead and place 3. It doesn't mention about x, so we can use any x value. So I'm going to go ahead and use 0 and 1. So I'm going to go ahead and graph that. We have 0, 3, and then 1, 3. And if we continue, we want to do another point. It's 2, 3. You notice that we have a horizontal line.